Hi, and welcome to our first yin yoga practice together. This practice is focused on opening up the hips, as through this yoga practice and sound bath, we are going to be focusing on the sacral chakra, or the Sadhasthana. So this is an area where we can hold a lot of tension, past traumas or emotions within our hips and our pelvic region. So we just really want to focus on opening up that space and releasing trauma or trapped emotions we may be holding onto within this space. Stretching and holding these poses for a long period of time, we are really releasing tensions from these areas. So keep a journal with you and write down anything that may come up during this session. This is a cold practice. Yin is a cold practice, so warm up the muscles beforehand. So you're welcome to keep a sweater on you, wear a sweater. I also recommend having a yoga block handy or pillow or bolster nearby, because we will be holding the poses for a longer period of time, so it can really help you to relax into the poses while we're in them for several minutes. So if you've never taken a yin yoga class before, I have included some information in the description below, and I can just give you a little bit of information before we get started. So yin classes are like hatha and vinyasa, where we really warm up the muscles. It's very masculine in practice, whereas yin is very feminine. We are holding poses for a long time. It is that cold. We wear a sweater because we are not warming up the muscles quite in the same way as a masculine vinyasa or hatha class, and we are not focused on stretching the muscles and pushing our limits so much as we would in a traditional yoga class. It's more about finding our edge within yin. So we definitely want to benefits out of this stretch, but we don't want to be pushing ourselves too much within a yin class. It's a lot more restorative, very feminine, and that's why we call it cold. Yin is a new love of mine within yoga. When I began my yoga teacher training 3 years ago, I was really drawn more towards the vinyasa. Lately in my practice, I've just been so drawn to yin and the restorative side, and really just connecting back to my body, and that's why I am wanting to do more yin yoga videos with you guys. So yin also relates to the Chinese medicine system. So if you're not very familiar with the Chinese meridian system, how the Chinese meridian system works, each organ within the body is connected to a meridian system. And within yin yoga, we are getting very deep into the connective tissues to release stagnant energy and to release physical pain, symptoms we may be manifesting due to that trapped energy. Now, the meridian system operates sort of like these energetic veins throughout your body, and you may have seen maps of this within your feet in reflexology or within acupuncture. And now with acupuncture, you're putting a needle in a specific point within the body to release that tension, to release that trapped energy, to release it from the meridian. Now with yin yoga, we do not use needles, but we're holding poses for several minutes to release the trapped from that meridian. So when we go deep into the Svadhisthana, the sacral chakra, we are deeply releasing trapped energy from the hips, and we are holding poses for a long time to clear out all the trapped symptoms that may come with that. And a lot of emotions may come up during this session, and that is totally fine. A lot of people may even cry when they're releasing emotions from the hips, and we're doing these hip opener poses, and that is very normal and part of the process, and that's why I recommend having a journal handy for after this session. That is why yin is such a beautiful healing practice, and why it's such a passion of mine. And I know it may sound boring sitting in a pose for a long period of time. We're in such a masculine driven society where we're used to doing something constantly and checking off our to-do list and moving. We think of yoga, we think of exercise, we think of moving in this masculine society, but trust me, this for such a long period of time is actually quite challenging. And if this practice feels challenging for you, I invite you to embrace it. Tap into that challenge and, just find your edge within yin yoga. And, you may feel some discomfort, but we should never feel any pain. And often, what is most challenging for us is the thing that our body needs the most. So I invite you to tap into that today and embrace the challenge. Now, coming back to yin being a more feminine practice, where we live in such a yang, such a masculine society, it is likely, that we as women or female identifying people who are drawn to this practice, it's likely that you have lost touch with your feminine essence. And that's pretty normal with the society that we live in. So if you're drawn to this practice, if you're drawn to my work, it's likely that you're wanting to tap more into your Shakti essence. And that is what we'll do today. So during today's yin practice, I invite you to be still. I invite you to be present and realize that a lot can happen in that stillness. We don't always have to be doing something. A lot of clarity can be gained within our stillness. So with that being said, let's go ahead and begin our practice. Let's start by sitting up nice and tall, strengthening the spine, gently closing the eyes. Inhale and exhale. Giving yourself this time to release all that I just said. Really tapping into your body, into your awareness of this present moment. Let's go ahead and bring our hands to our heart center. And we're going to say one Vam together. And this is the seed mantra for the sacral chakra. So with a big inhale, really feeling that energy in your heart center, in your womb space, or your energetic womb. Just a couple more breaths here. Allowing that vibration to turn your attention inward. Setting an intention for this practice. Maybe your intention is to connect deeper with the sacral chakra, with the womb. Maybe it's to release energy from past relationships. As we hold energy within the yoni, within the sex organs, in these spaces, we hold energy from our past lovers. So maybe your intention is to release whatever your intention is. Just taking a moment to say it to yourself now before we begin our practice. Gently opening up the eyes. We'll begin our practice on our backs, lying down with our legs in butterfly pose. Now, if this is very difficult for you, you're welcome to take your yoga blocks and place them underneath the knees if it's more comfortable for you to lie back. You're also welcome to lie down on a pillow. Rest your head on a pillow as I am for this practice. Or you can lay flat on your back, just however you're most comfortable. So gently coming down onto our backs for this practice. And we'll be taking our hands in a yoni shape, touching the index fingers and the thumbs, and just putting them over our womb. Gently closing the eyes. And just as we had in our sadhana, simply just witnessing. Just noticing how this energy feels for you in this space at this time. Maybe it's flowy or stagnant. Maybe it's active or calm. Just taking note of whatever energy you feel from your womb space today. Observing with big, deep inhalations, breathing into this space. Maybe you imagine orange orb of light in this area, this creative life force energy just circling. Just visualizing this orange orb of light. Witnessing the sacral sound frequencies. And with your next breath, slowly start taking yourself up to a seated position. And we'll meet taking the legs out wide. Breathing in as the arms lift up to the sky. Taking a moment, just witnessing your connection to spirit, to the sky above, to Shiva. And as we ground down into the earth, feeling your connection to Gaia as your root chakra kisses the earth below. Inhale and exhale as we fold forward. Feel free to grab a yoga block if you need to. And just melt into the pose. Now, unlike a yang practice, it's not about how far you can stretch. It's just about finding your edge in yin. allowing yourself to feel challenged. Never should you be in any pain in any of these postures. They should feel good in your body. These hip openers. And just breathe into it. Shouldn't have any numbness in any parts of the body during today's practice. Should feel good. These poses should feel comfortable enough that you could hold them for up to an hour without any pain. Creating space into the sacral chakra, into the root, feeling the connection of your root chakra as it touches the earth. And your yoni as it touches the earth. Feeling your sacred feminine connection to the sacred earth below. Deep inhale in and relax, breathing into the hips, let it go. Taking this moment to be really mindful of your body, listening, observing to see. Maybe perhaps you should take this pose a little bit deeper. Or perhaps maybe even come out of it a little bit. Just taking this time for yourself. Sacred, to really release into your body and listen to what it's telling you. Your next inhale, coming up slowly. Sit tall. Straighten the spine. Very slowly, taking your hands behind you. And just windshield wipering your legs from one side and then to the other. Slow, deep inhalation. To one side. For a few breaths. tall. Feel our connection to Shiva, to the spirit. Exhale, coming down. Just remaining here for a moment in this forward fold. Bending one leg and the other. Go ahead and ragdoll your arms side to side. Feeling that yummy release in the lower back. Bring the hands to the mat, looking up halfway, flat back. Exhale, come down. Stepping the right leg back, coming into a lunge. Bringing my right knee down. And just really breathing into that opening. Opening up through the hips. Breathing space into this area. Seeing if your body wants to go a little deeper here or stay in this pose. You're welcome to come down onto your forearms or use your yoga block if you'd like to deepen this pose. Allowing the pinky toe edge to roll out your left side, creating more space to open up those hips. Just surrendering here. Letting your head, neck just relax here. Don't hold tension in the back of your neck or your head. Just letting it hang loose. Don't let it drop in this position. Simply just relax into the pose. When you're ready, if you haven't done so already, turn your pinky edge of your toe, your left foot, to the outside of your mat. So you get even deeper into those hips. Deep breathing. back tall. Maybe coming down to your forearms. Breathing into this space. Maybe you come all the way down to rest your head onto your arms. Finding your sweet spot here. Maybe you utilize a blanket and a rest your hand. Finding whatever works for you so that you're able to melt into this pose. Utilize a blanket and a rest your hand. Finding whatever works for you so that you're able to melt into this pose. Your next inhale, slowly coming up. You're on your forearms, sitting to the right side, swooping so the left side so your right knee can come around. Cross your left knee. Sitting up tall. Rolling the shoulders back. Go ahead and if you'd like to take more of a twist, welcome to take the left elbow to the right knee. Go ahead and squeeze in through your belly just to twist a little bit more, looking over that right shoulder. However you feel comfortable. We're not pushing here in Yin Yoga. Coming forward, crossing the legs, sitting up tall as you stretch your legs out in front of you. Maybe taking a pillow or a bolster if you have them nearby, and just setting it top of your legs. Inhale, scooping the arms up. Exhale as you lean forward. Just relaxing into the pose, not stretching too far. Welcome to touch your toes if that feels good for you. But don't want to overstretch here. So do what feels little hug, little love. So get ready to move into the other side. Now, we're going to take the left leg behind us to that low lunge, letting the knee sink down. The right leg turns to the outer edge of the mat. Gently, just closing your eyes here, letting the body to just sink in. Allowing yourself to ground. When you're ready, coming down onto your yoga block, to your forearms. To this hip opener. Breathing deeply into this stretch. Deep inhalations. It's likely that one side may be more open than the other. One side is going to be more tight. It's okay, this is natural. It's just right. Just breathe into it. Sending love into those areas of tightness. Allowing yourself to be challenged today. Now bringing your right pinky toe to the outer edge of your mat. If you haven't done so already. To this lizard pose, deep hip opener. Remaining here. Remaining still as possible in this practice. If there's any discomfort leading into it, emotions that come up in these deep hip opener poses. Just know that they are normal. It's all part of the process. receptive. Breathing deeply to the sacral chakra. Breathing space to this fiery, creative energy. Fire and water. Powerful energy. Shakti energy. Energy of all creation. Reminds us to create, take charge like fire, to be bold, to be powerful, but also to flow like water, to dance, to be adaptable, and to be still when we need to be. On your next inhale, coming up, walking your right leg in for pigeon. Breathing in. Coming down, finding your edge of where you're most comfortable. Just breathing. into the hips today. So continue to do so. Letting yourself cry if you feel the need. Letting yourself feel. Most importantly, letting yourself be still. Sending love to yourself. Whatever you may be feeling now, whatever emotions that come up, to however you may be feeling in your body. Forgiving yourself for the past. For allowing others to have access to your energy that didn't deserve to be. Knowing that it has all been divinely guided. Breathe in. Keeping the eyes closed. You're exactly where you need to be. Know that whatever you are letting go of here today, it is safe to let go of it, to make room. Making space for what is more aligned to come into your being. Go ahead and lean over to your right, crossing the left leg over the right, sitting up tall. Inhale. Arm comes up. Exhale, crossing the right arm over the left knee as you look over our left shoulder. Squeezing the belly button in to get more of a stretch. One more inhale in here, and we'll come out of our twist, making our ways down onto our backs. Our knees come up. Our knees come up. Hands reach for the outside of our feet. You're a happy baby. I like to crack my toes here. Simply just breathing into this last posture before Savasana. Down towards the earth. not pushing too hard here and have a baby. Just letting gravity do its work. Breathing deeply. Breathing into the yoni. Knowing that you're safe. You're safe to let go whatever has been holding you back. You're safe to be all that you have came here to be. When you're ready, go ahead and release happy baby. And give yourself a hug, knees to chest, sending some love to yourself for this practice. Letting the legs release all the way down to the floor for Shavasana. Closing your eyes as I begin the sound bath portion of today's Shavasana. Letting the sacral sound waves wash over you. And visualizing the sacral energy that we created today, this glowing orange orb of light, growing bigger and bigger with each ding of my singing bowl. fire and water energy. I am creative. I am sexual. I am sensual. I experience pleasure in all forms. Connecting to your yoni, making the yoni mudra at your womb space or your energetic womb. Inhale in and exhale. Feeling your yoni ground beneath you. Feeling that connection to Gaia, to your root lock. Connecting to your sacred feminine energy, your unique feminine energy, your unique feminine essence. This is Shakti energy. You radiate this energy from your womb space, and it's with you wherever you may go, for you to tap into your creative energy, your sexual energy, and your pleasureful energy. Gently coming out of you're ready to come out of Shavasana. Taking your time, coming up to a sitting position and meeting me here. Your hands at your heart center. I hope that the sacral yin yoga and sound bath practice has been beneficial for you going forward. And I hope that it helped you tap into your feminine essence today. Know that you may come back to this practice whenever you may need to. Bright blessings. Namaste.